Hey there guys and gals, just a quick one before we begin. Thank you so much for watching this guide. If it helps or if you enjoy it, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share with a friend as well. Huge shout out as well to all my Patreon supporters and YouTube members, so thank you so much. Also, if you enjoy the dark side of gaming, which involves controversies with streamers and studios, murder and more, check out my podcast called Gaming's Darker Side. You can find it on Spotify, Apple Music, or wherever you get your podcasts. So thank you so much, and now, on with the good stuff. And here we are then, with the good stuff. This is 1000xRESIST, a brilliantly written sci-fi adventure type game, developed by Sunset Visitor, published by Fellow Traveller, and at the time of recording, I believe, a price to be at around $19.99, a little bit less for UK. But it is included if you do have your Xbox Game Pass subscription, so have at it, man. So we play as a character called Watcher, and the time is set in a post-apocalyptic future where an alien race basically wiped out most of humanity, apart from a few clones. Bit harsh, alien bras. The storyline, though, is très bien, magnifico. As for achievements, you'll get a lot from completing chapters, of which there are 10, but the main ones come from basically talking to all characters in chapters 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 part 1, 6 part 3, and 9. There's also 7 different endings to grab, although you can just jump straight into one after the other, which is also good. And we also need to find 5 different shrines/rooms starting from chapter 2, and the rest of them are story related. Also, bit of a longer intro, sorry. So basically, this was intended to be a full 100% walkthrough. However, from chapter 6 part 3 all the way to almost the end of the game, my recording shut off, losing hours and hours of meticulous study and work, resulting in the last remaining bits of my already bald hair falling out. But what this will be instead is a quick achievement guide. I will still show you how to get every missable achievement, although with saves and chapter select it's not truly missable, and luckily the game is quite linear and easy and very dialogue heavy, especially from chapters 7 to 10, so you're not missing out without a full guide. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention, and hopefully this shorter guide will still help. Anyway, let's go already! So, as we start then, you've seen that I was messing around with a few settings there. I put no fail mode on. You know, there's nothing you can truly fail anyway, but just to make things easier, and you can hold or toggle the sprint mode. Again, like I said, this game sort of plays as a walking simulator. Things are quite linear, paths are quite linear in the game, so that's all good. And we've already got a peed off Marge Simpson, if she had a haircut. But if in terms of dialogue options, nothing matters. You can choose any dialogue option you want. Like I said, it's kind of a walking simulator with a lot of dialogue in it. Again, story's brilliant, but it's completely up to you whether you want to just smash through the dialogue or, you know, read it. Completely up to you. There you go. Marge got her revenge on the one who tried to get it on with Homer. But yes, so obviously for the purpose of the guide, I will be spamming the dialogue button here, the A button a lot. Now, if you didn't listen to the intro, as I said, basically this was intended to be a full 100% walkthrough, but I ended up losing hours and hours of recording after it shut off from chapter 6 part 3 to basically the end of the game. So that's why this is a shortened, quicker achievement guide. But, like I said, a lot of this is just linear paths. There's no way that you can really get lost. You've got plenty of save points as we walk forward here. So again, there's no way you can really get lost, and it is very dialogue heavy, as I said as well. So you won't be sort of missing much on how to do things or what to do, etc. But as I said, let's smash you through all of the achievements. So we are going to just walk forward. And we can also start to begin some conversations. Obviously, it's the very beginning, so things are going to get a little confuzzling, as it were, a little confusing. But again, as I said, you can choose any dialogue options that you specifically want. It really doesn't make a difference in the slightest. There's no achievements tied to dialogue options at any point in the game. It's literally just for all stories, so don't think that you're missing out on anything. So turn around then, and we're going to speak to Noah.
I've seen whatever put downloaded a song. Why didn't repeat after? There is no, I'm not repeating that. Leaving for just.
Once you've spoken to Noah, go straight down the stairs behind her. This is a great looking train station, by the way. Even better when there's no people on it. And then we're going to turn to the left. Again, as I said, with this we're going to speak to a healer right here. So obviously these characters are going to become very important as we go through the game. You're going to be with these for the next couple of hours. At least, I believe it's about 6 to 8 hours will be the completion time. But as I was saying, we're just going to head down here. We're going to talk to Fixer. That's not the way. Try again. There we go. There we go. But yes, if you try and go in one direction, it's normally blocked off or something. So again, it's really a game where you cannot get lost. And if you somehow get lost, then, well, damn, you're great at sucking. Nah, I'm just joking. But still, as I said, there's no way that you can get lost. It is, oh, sorry, that was Bang Bang Fire. This is Fixer. So, yeah.
But that's not, we ran, how is a closed fix? Took you a moment. When were you gonna?
Nah, come on.
But
yeah, you're here. Different.
What am I supposed? Don't you dare come. Why do they say?
Who knows?
Well, don't. There's nothing.
Guess not.
You'll be with.
Yeah.
It will be.
You're not Jack.
My time will.
Do you think we can live on the
other side? It'll be much easier.
That's not what I said.
But it's what you. It's okay.
I finally. It's been.
You like that kind of problem?
I'll text.
You know you.
I'm not one.
You should go.
Yeah. Don't want to miss this. Watcher, don't forget to clean up that.
I won't.
Chapter redacted. So, as I said, again, it bears noting that, again, you will get a achievement for completing every chapter in the game, plus, well, you know, I already said it. So, what's going to happen then is, we're into Chapter 1, and the first achievement, apart from the last achievement that we got, is for talking to all the characters in the high school here in Chapter 1. So, effectively, it's going to be a full playthrough of the first chapter. All things that happen in this chapter will basically happen in terms of gameplay for the rest of the game. But again, you'll see as we nip through it. But, as I said, the majority and very highly missable achievements will come from these talking to all characters in specific chapters. So again, smash through whatever you want right here. Dialogue options, as I said, I'll say for the last time, dialogue options don't matter. But we do need to speak to everyone. And I will obviously explain how the game works as we go on. So, out, and then we're going to head down and to the right. And we're going to see a character right here. These soldiers are basically part of what are called the 50. And again, you'll get to know who these guys are as you progress through the game. Dialogue options, as I said, don't matter as long as you have a conversation with him. Again, we need to talk to all characters in the high school, which is, this one is actually the longest sort of achievement in the game. So head to the right and then up. And then we are going to take a slight right after we speak to this guy. So make sure to speak to this guy, the girl, or whatever. The triple question mark. Okay, next, head straight up. And then we are going to take a cheeky little right at the end of the corridor, and we're going to see another one. Another one.
I already... Mimi?
Oh, don't...
So, nextly up here, head back out on yourself, go down. Then from here, we're going to take the right. Oh, yep, there we go. We're going to take a right. We're going to head down the stairs this time. And as we get down the stairs, head down the corridor. Sorry, I went up here, but we need to go down the corridor in order to speak to another bruh.
Your suspicions?
My suspicion?
Yes. But why?
A coincidence.
Perhaps there were no visual. What is the significance? We'll analyze these.
You're bringing some back.
Iris.
Right, from here, we're going to head back up the way we came. And eventually we're going to take a left. There we go. So straight down the left. Ignoring all this for now. And then we're going to head up the corridor. Yeah, there we go. Can't use my thumbs for some reason. Head right into the next room. Or in the outside of the room, as it were. And we're going to speak to Brasky once a Brasky.
The All-Mother.
With each path, there will be no one who really think of me with.
So, here's the gymnasium, and as you can tell, there's something going on we can't get in, which is just unfortunate. Alright, so we have to head back in through to the left door. Head down again. There's nothing in that room to the left, so don't worry about that, but we're going to head down. Sorry, my thumbs don't seem to appear to be working. Left, going back up the stairs. And up again, so we're going basically up to the 3rd floor this time. And here is Johnson, the 50, who is basically I believe he's like the leader of the 50, or he's basically pretty high up. Anyway, you speak to big old Long Dong Johnson, and then head outside, and here we are in some weird outside realmy bit. Have a look at the picture. This is Jiao's picture. And now we are going to have the ability with the right bumper and left bumper in order to go backwards and forwards through time. So this is Jiao's picture. Obviously, Jiao is dead. But like I said, we now have the ability to basically piece together the story of exactly what happened to Jiao through the use of the right bumper and left bumper through time travel. We are that cute. Again, we need to speak to everyone. So there's like 3 followers to speak to, plus the 3 guys, which are the one in the middle and the 2 next to the doors on the left and the right. So make sure to speak to all the followers that you can. So I believe it's 3. And then the other 3 there.
What?
Now that I walked, don't you see? None of it. There,
Look at that. They're scared.
I've got to say, you see that guy? He claims to have...
I want to leave.
Sorry, Iris.
Iris.
I'm here to...
Good.
We worship the... She...
Jeez, I've lived through some...
I need to get past...
Sorry.
Now, I should say, achievements like this one, talking to every character, especially when there's so many, is super paranoia-inducing, especially if you don't unlock the achievement when you're supposed to. Very, very. Right, head all the way through to the right-hand side door, and head down the stairs. And we're on the 2nd floor. We're going to head up the corridor, and into the last room on the right. This time, we've already spoken to this guy, girl, whatever. Now we'll press the left bumper to go back in time, and go ahead and speak to Jiao. Again, you will quickly learn that she was very easy manipulated. Now, here is a very cool part of the game. So effectively, you need to press the left stick in order to find these sort of gold rings or whatever they are. Basically, if it goes red, release the left stick, left trigger, and then you can get to the other point. You can change a setting where you can... I forget what it does, but basically you can change a setting to make it easier for you in order to just hold the left trigger. But yeah, that's all you're effectively doing is finding the gold ring, press the left trigger to get to the next one, hold it so you're not falling from the sky. Job done. But yeah, very cool, a very, very cool part of the game. Now, this is, if you go into the settings, you can either... I believe it's hold or toggle or whatever it is. But basically, you just want to do the one where you just hold the left bumper yourself or whatever it is. Anyway, you need to basically fly yourself up to the top in order to get to Jiao and Iris. Again, you will quickly learn that Iris, if you remember the very beginning of the game, the woman who got stabbed looked a lot like Iris, and you will see exactly what happened. But basically, she is Big Am's bully. We don't like bullies. Bullies can go suck a lemon and then shove it up the tailpipe. And their nostrils if they want. Okay, so out of the school, again, what you'll find as well, if you find that a particular path is blocked, just hold the right bumper in order to get back into present day time. And you can get yourself in. And then quickly, well, not quickly, but just go ahead and press the left bumper to go back into the normal time. So again, any time that you can interact with something or someone, even if it seems unnecessary or insignificant, make sure to do it. Some characters you can't talk to, and that's fine. So the music's doing there at the top, then head into this room and interact with the 4 characters here.
He's been attending. Why are we all not sick? You're missing some. It leaks from the. He has been. I'll look into it.
It's certain. Why do I feel fine?
We should call.
I'm dead.
Not funny.
I'll be.
Your eyes are.
So what?
I have.
Okay, so there's nothing in the present day here, so we could just stick with the past. And we'll head down the corridor. Now, I believe we have spoken to this guy, but if you are feeling a bit paranoid, speak to him again. Otherwise, head into this room on the right, and again, you'll need to speak to every character in here, of which I believe there are just 2. So once you have spoken to the 2 guys, again, choose any dialogue options. They literally don't matter throughout the entirety of the game.
Read on you. Don't you want to be a...
The All-Mother.
You could have just said...
And once that's done, go into the present, again, using the right bumper, and speak to the 50 member. I'll just call him the 50 members in front of the camera here. Okay, once you have spoken to 50 member, 50. I need about 350. You can head back into the past, head out of this room, head down the corridor, corridor again. That is, you can't speak to that character, nor the couple right here. So heading to the right in the toilets, there is a student on the, his sister's trying to take a record-breaking crap. Leave her alone. Leave her alone, damn it. There's no one else in this room, so we can stick with the past. So, you can't speak to those, so now we will head to the left. You can't speak to any of these characters here either, so just continuing on past the left, although you will sort of get a glimpse of what's happening. Very sad. Very, very annoyingly sad. Head up the corridor, and we can speak to the teacher.
What you said about was highly. What did I say? Don't get cheap. Jiao seems to have no. Is she in? I'm keeping her away from all. Do you understand?
Next, Liepler, let's head up the corridor, and we can't speak to those 2. We can't speak to this guy, but if we head into the present, we can go and speak to one of the 50 members. One of the Tree Fitty members. I'm going to call him Tree Fitty because it's funnier that way. So, he needs about Tree Fitty. So let's speak to him, then go back into the past. And then what we can do is go back into the present, go into the room, go back into the past, and speak to everyone again in this room.
A pressed white collar. I was sitting.
Wait a minute.
What is it?
It's so beautiful. The trees. They look so real. Of course. Yes. I'm much happier.
So yes, there was girl by the window and then rapping boy who embarrassed himself. No, that's pretty cool actually. And then speak to Jiao. This will obviously progress the story some. Now you don't have to speak to Jiao for the achievement, but it is just for progressing the story. We have to do another one of these cool little sections. Again, as I said, it's a very easy enough game mechanic to get used to. You're literally just finding the nearest gold circle. As long as you hold the left stick, the left trigger, you won't be able to fall. If you do end up falling for whatever particular reason, it'll just start you back at the beginning. And they're not very long, these sections. So, it's a win-win, yeah. Sorry, that was highly inappropriate of me.
Iris, there's your mom says it's your favorite.
Jiao,
Yeah, you said it,
I didn't tell you to.
but you are my role.
Are you trying?
I'm sorry.
No.
So,
For fuck's sake. Why?
Right, so once we're back, head to the present so we can get out and then go back into the past so we can head forward. Again, remember the Tree Fitty member we should have already spoken to there. And then up into the next room. And again, you're going to speak to everyone you possibly can here. So there's 2 on the right, the 1 on the podium there. So 2 on the right, 2 in the middle, 1 on the podium, and the 2 guys on the left.
oh
idea.
But everyone.
One at a time, please.
I should wipe the record.
One at a time, please. That will be all, class.
Wait.
It would be.
Thank you.
I know. We're.
It's the con.
I see no alternative.
Judith. The past has to meet. We need to.
Enough.
Right, as long as you've spoken to everyone in there, we can head out. So that's 2, 4, 6, 7. So you should have spoken to 7 people right there. These 2 you can't speak to again. Again, it's always double worth checking just in case. So back in the classroom, go back into the present to speak to Guy, Tree Fitty member there, stroking the wolf. Or was that a fox? Why do my eyes hurt? Anyway, do not pet or pet. It literally does not make a difference. It really doesn't matter as long as you have spoken to the Tree Fitty member. So back into the past, we can head out of this room now that you've spoken to all 7. Head back down the corridor, past the teacher, and head to the right. And all the way down the stairs. Trying to get a glimpse of what everyone's trying to say. So on the first floor, interact with the Keen student, the Roy Keen student, and head into the next room on our right. And again, there's 2 that we're going to speak to in here.
Fascinating.
What are you observing?
My body is to view.
How do you?
Like a ballet. The very oof.
You will be
By everyone. Wow, Iris. Everybody said you were taught.
Once you've done that, head into the present once again. Speak to the Tree Fitty member in here.
When I was like, my teacher brought razor bleak. All the little pieces.
You like?
I guess now most of my
Our bodies serve.
just like those.
And then we can head back into the past, again using the left bumper, and head out of the room. Head up the corridor as well. And we're going to head into the next room here on the right. Oh, well, I was going to try and speak to her, but you can't because it doesn't matter anyway. Again, there are another 3 people to speak to in here. The teacher and a couple of the students. Make sure to speak to all of these again.
You sound.
My feet are throbbing. She said she'd go.
What is it like?
Never getting what she.
We love the
And
Yeah,
I guess.
for her love.
Wow.
The painted boy's chin, but in reality,
Oh, why didn't I see that?
it is my fault.
What does the work make you?
His longing.
I shall title.
So that is the art teacher and 3 students in this room. So make sure you've spoken to the art teacher and the 3 students. Back into the present to speak to the Tree Fitty. Once you have spoken to this Tree Fitty member, head back into the past and go into the room just above where the art teacher was and make sure to speak to these 2 people. Again, maybe a bit finicky with controls, but just make sure that you end up speaking to both of them.
Come on.
VNH, how cute. This is what old people think about when they think about VHS tapes. Basically, you could play video on an old box. It doesn't matter. Anyway, sticking with the past, head down the corridor. No need to go outside, sorry. So head down the corridor and to the left. Thank you. Yes, I am Celebrito. Right, sticking on the same floor, just heading up the corridor. We're going to now go into the room on the left, sticking with the past. So no need to go out to the right. That's just the outside again. Again, apologies. But we're going to speak to everyone in here. The librarian. I don't know how many people get annoyed with words being pronounced wrong. So speak to the librarian and then speak to the other students in here.
It's my. You're welcome.
I've been reading the news on people.
I can't believe.
Fast?
Oh, well, their faces. Well, I remember.
You will remember.
Well, they.
There will be other.
That's what.
I've been looking up. I thought it was
Different.
the original.
So there was the 2 students sitting down at the forefront of the screen and the one reading the book. So that's 3 students and the librarian and the other person as well. So that's 5 overall in that room. So coming out of that room, heading down the corridor, continue to head down, not going up any steps, head into the room on the left, into the toilet where you're going to find another student. Plus, once you have interacted with this student, if you go back into the present day, you will find another Tree Fitty member. Right, so back into the past then. Head down the corridor once you come out of the room. Oh, you can also press the right trigger to sprint. How did I forget to mention that? Speak to the girls here blocking the way. There's only one, I believe, that you can speak to, and we are almost done with the achievement now. But yes, you can make things go a lot quicker with the right trigger. So go back into the present and then head down. Where we're going to see this Tree Fitty member. And then if we go over to the left, we can see a big pigeon. Now, I'm not sure if you have to speak to the pigeon here, but I do it just in case anyway, just to be on the old safe side.
I understand her colors. Oh, we live on.
Right, head back into the past then, again, holding the left bumper, and we're going to speak to everyone in this room. Make sure to speak to everyone apart from Jiao. So Jiao is in this room. Don't speak to Jiao yet. So you need to speak to the student at the table, the student here, just hanging about. The third student there we can't speak to, but now Jiao is going to be right there, but don't speak to her just yet. Speak to the student sitting down on our right. And what I did also forget, we've just got one more Tree Fitty member to speak to. So head back into the present, and he is just up here in this hallway. Once you've spoken to this Tree Fitty member, your achievement should finally unlock for what seems like an eternity. Saying your goodbyes. And now we can simply head down, go back to the past, all the way down, speak to Jiao in order to progress the story. Lovely. Now, again, like I said, there are plenty of save points in the game, so if you feel like you may have missed someone, it's always worth making a save every 10, 20 minutes or whatever it is. If that makes you feel a little better, it always definitely helps. But again, we are on to one of these sections. Now, although it can seem a bit scattered and a little bit confusing, generally, again, the paths are quite linear. You can't really get lost since there's only really one gold disc that you can run into.
First, she had lagged, yet when others when she spoke, 你放学后, you came here. Besides, that's when your mom, what's your problem? You didn't have.
Are you?
Yep.
You are never.
Whatever.
Where?
I don't know. Why would the four of us have eaten? I guess yesterday was the.
They are.
But I was born. My dad always says it's bullshit.
My mom and. Well, you.
Nothing.
But we.
Jiao. Is that spit on?
Because if then.
Here, take that off. I have an extra.
What?
Put it on. You look good.
No. I probably still look like a FOB.
I mean it.
I thought you hate.
To be honest, you don't have the resting.
Oh. Hey.
I promise that after we grad experiences that you.
What do you mean?
I mean, you'll go to party.
I love frisbee.
I know.
大学.
As far from my parents, where will you go? A teardrop contains. If the tears are. It hurts. Your mother looked. Mumui. You try. Why would they? Because many years later, you remember the first sign of sickness is when you went into the pool.
You're back. It was fun.
I'm not sure.
It's okay, Iris.
It is.
Yes. Iris, promise you.
Yes.
And will you tell my dad to bring my favorite?
Yes.
I hope you find what.
So wasn't that fun on the bun, Bender style? Me, Bender. Okay, so now this is done then, we can actually head through the door on the left. Again, we're just going to finish up chapter 1 here. Heading up. No, damn it, heading down the stairs once more, and then heading outside into the gymnasium. Now, things are starting to kick off, but again, and you know what, this is what I really enjoy about the game. Because the paths are sort of linear, again, there's no real way you can get lost. You can really immerse yourself in the story without having to worry too much. So again, obviously, this next bit, fairly self-explanatory. All we need to do is effectively follow the Jiaos under the light. So you're going to speak to each Jiao and then have a look around. It'll either be to the left of you or to the right. So every time you speak to a Jiao, the next point in time will unlock, and then you can press the right bumper in order to go forward through time. So you'll always see it unlock. As soon as you see it unlock, it means you can just nip through to the next one.
Are you going to run away from... You know, why can't we leave? I cry until... You told at the damn Iris.
I need you to listen to me.
Maybe... But you have been...
Something's got. I need you.
No worries. Jiao can... No. You said I don't forget. What? Everything. Are you still...
Secretary, what is this?
This happened So tell them. As long as... As long as... And we can... Then no war. They can keep laughing. You know... Because I am just your dumb... See? Go ahead. Put your garbage in me. Watcher, run. Iris.
Yeah, I'm here.
They said we were...
The All-Mother.
You get to live.
My sister has it. Those who get...
Help.
She promises to pass when we're ready. I'm sorry.
Watcher, we're fine to gym it.
Fix your...
Hey, sorry. We needed to get...
How are you...
A little bit.
This is wrong.
Yeah, look, about that...
How do I know?
On the platform...
Everyone said.
Well, this wouldn't be the first time we...
What if they hear us?
This many layers down.
What are you doing here?
Listen, you've seen the All-Mother. Perfect Iris.
It's not her. She was different.
Yet she was still... Does that make sense? Do you truly know her?
It is not our function.
Watcher, forget it. She's not like they... She hits... She denies us.
Maybe it's a...
She whispers, I've seen it.
Stop. You're worse?
I know this is difficult to hear. Healer, knower.
I'm not playing...
You think this is...
I told you. No.
Watcher. Use your... I'm sorry. Don't you think I know?
I don't think...
I can't... We were supposed to not fuck them.
She's going again. I know. When I get to the other sister, a fix who made a...
Watcher. Every sister alive. We know the truth.
Send me...
I trust...
Principal. She needs to...
You won't.
Please, don't.
You're not gonna tell him.
I thought you...
I do.
Watcher. You principal. I'm glad you found your leg. Thank you. It's so nice to be out, you know. You were? Oh, yes. I was just as you are transparent. Tell me. The all that you've seen is gone. They are destroyed. Yes, I know. Patience. They all go. They had never seen anything. We must be under these until the all. Her name a very pretty. I want a name like so. You. But I must warn you, Watcher. You've done well. We are fortunate. She was me, Iris. She was. Why? Watcher. To observe. That is only the to trust. She opens. You will see. You will be so pleased.
So this is actually going to be the end of chapter 1. Now, the chapters in the game are quite long. Again, very dialogue heavy, as I've said before. No real way that you can get lost, but they do take a while to complete. Now, I've only kept chapter 1 in, purely because a lot of what you've seen in chapter 1 will be a lot in terms of the gameplay for the rest of the game. So just sort of giving you an idea of what to expect and sort of what to do in those types of areas, especially the gold slinging, hash singing, bash ringing sections. Also, you will see, especially from chapter 2, we will end up in Iris's home, and a lot of the time it will just be you need to look for the specific character, your mum, your dad, etc., etc. Now, what I also thought, as we begin chapter 2 here, we will be speaking to Principal, and again, for chapter 2, we do need to speak to all of the characters. Again, for the rest of it, it's nowhere near as long as chapter 1. What I originally thought as well was that this was just like a main hub area, and then I thought that we'll get sent into another simulation or something, but no, that's not it at all. Don't make my mistake. This is the beginning of chapter 2, and there's like 1,000 people to speak to in chapter 2. Okay, there's like 12 or 14 or something. Still, Marge looking decidedly glum right there.
Often refers to Luke chapter 12 in the New Testament.
Principal, you wanted to see Watcher. An apology. I should have done your first communion instead. I worry how my faith in you and we were not close. If we were, I would have seen that she betrayed. I admit, even I didn't see that. I can see, and I promise. Sisters, attention, please. This is Principal. Today, we acknowledge your sister, Watcher. She functioned in this communion. Fixer invaded the Fixer betrayed us. Your sister, Watcher. And it is because Fixer will... Attention to... I present to you an artist... Almohek. This is Watcher providing me with helpful information. This is me forwarding the... This is the Allmother using the information. This is the offending party confessing. This is them burning.
So, this area you will get used to a lot of the time. We will be here through a lot of the time. Effectively, for the most part in these chapters... You'll start off in what's called the orchard, or the orchard, depends where you're from. It's still orchard, isn't it? You'll basically start off in this orchard, and then you will have to do a specific option. Make sure here to speak to Principal too. Again, you've already spoken to her once, but she does count as a part of an optional dialogue as well, so make sure to speak to Principal. But yeah, so that's effectively what's going to happen for the most part. You'll start off in this orchard. You can press the Y button to have a look at see what tasks you got to do. Normally it's something like go and speak to someone. Then they will put you in another sort of simulation type thing where you've just got to do, again, some easy things like talk to specific people or go left and right and do things like that. So again, very, very easy for the most part, but that's what's going to happen for the most of it. So you start off in the orchard. We'll go and speak to all the characters that we can and that we need to. And then we go off and do the tasks. Again, usually the tasks are very easy. So once we drop down here, first of all, let's head to the right. And yeah, all right, secretary right here. Yeah, we're all good. It's just, excuse me, just get out of the way. So we're also going to find the 5 achievement locations that we can find in this chapter as well. You can do it in chapter 3 if you want. Easier to just get it out of the way now. So if you, again, hold the left bumper there, you can see a lot of things on your mini-map that you can go and speak to. So, if you don't have the achievement, press the left bumper, have a look around, and 9 times out of 10, you'll find the little marker that you may have been missing. So, as we head around here, we can speak to the military shell. Again, dialogue options, as always, do not matter.
Aren't we?
I imagine, but I believe she.
Oh, 6-1.
From here, we can head straight on and to the left into this red room, or something as it were. Now, this is Bang Bang Fire. Now, you don't actually have to speak to her for the achievement. She is part of the main story progression. So once she asks us, do we want to do it now or later, make sure to choose later. Just want to show you that that is who we need to speak to. So the main quest, so we're going to just continue to stick around with the second floor, heading all the way around. Now, if you press the left bumper, anything with a diamond, you can just go ahead and speak to that character. Anything with like that Korean symbol or whatever it was at the top there, sorry. That is the main story progression. So again, just keep that one in mind. We're going to speak to the two characters right here, the helpful shell and the assertive shell. Again, as I said, like I've said, and I'll keep saying, dialogue options don't matter. So if you feel angry, take it out on these characters. If you feel nice, be nice to them. Up to you. So once you've spoken to helpful and assertive, so that's principal, military, helpful, and assertive you've done, turn around and we can see another bunch of shells here shelling around. You can speak to the director shell.
What is going?
No.
Running work.
I just, sister, you must tell.
Yes. Well,
We visit us again, player.
Well, we're here. Just off to the right is the understudy shell.
Sister Blue, a backup. Say, hair. You sounded
Wonderful. But what if hair
kind of spook.
Right?
Be careful.
You're right. Anyway,
Well, hair to hair.
And that is actually everyone on the second level done. So we can, but we're actually going to stick with the second level, going all the way around here. And you can't speak to this character right here, but what we can do is look behind us, you can see the shell bar. So we'll head all the way around, up the steps, and this is where we can speak to the bartender. So basically, there's always one gossip in every town. Bartender is it. As you know, she, listens to a lot of gossip, so yeah. So this is another one. So, as I said, we've had principal, bartender, military, shell, helpful, assertive, director, and understudy all on the second level. Now, we will head out of the bar, again the way we came, so to the right, heading all the way down to the first level. And again, it'll seem confusing and absolutely huge now, but you'll get used to these sections fairly quickly. So, here we are then on the first floor. Now, again, you can press the X button there, I believe it's the X button, sorry, in order to get the map up. You can obviously see where you are, and you can see where different things are, like the library and things like that. But for now, what we're going to do, we're going to head through the left here. So with this sign, head to the left again, and we're going to head up these next elevator stairs on the right. We're going to basically go ahead and grab the 5 achievements for finding these specific rooms. Here is the first one, the Green Heaven in the Orchard. Now, when it said orchard, I expected like farmland and stuff like that, but it's all good. From here, then, we can simply head out, so back to the right. And continuing on our way to the left. Let me just have a look at the little map right here. No, I keep darting my eyes to the library. So yeah, just continuing on following up this path for now.
Breathe deep. It's gonna be okay.
And what we're about to see is a light up room. This is Healer's room. So we'll head into Healer's room right here. Speak to the caring shell. There is 5 that we can speak to in here. So there's the first one there, caring shell. And then we can head around, left or right, really doesn't matter which way, because you're going to end up in the same spot anyway. So there's the caring shell. Now here, you can speak to the germaphobe shell, maverick shell, sorting shell, and stressed shell. So make sure to speak to all 5 of these characters. Again, as I said earlier then, if you have missed one, or if you feel like you've missed one, just go ahead, press the left bumper there to get your mini-map, or whatever it is there, on the top of the screen, and look out for any diamonds that you may have missed.
What is the
Sister Pink.
Or the
How does
I don't know.
Does it hurt?
They don't.
Does it hurt?
They don't scream.
I'll.
Goodbye.
Sis, what are you
Assigning Sister Pink
on
I mix before drop. Look at this one.
green?
You're nat
And
straightforward. She meant, but after what she's
I see.
hair to
What's on your mind?
This is, I know that it feels. Is the ancient sisters.
I don't know.
Should I just
Best to
Hecky Grace?
Hecky.
So that is the healer room done. So next up, we're actually going to head towards the library. So we're not too far now from getting all of the talkable characters talked, as it were. From here, though, out of the room, go to the left. And then if you just continue going up, you can already see, if you press the left bumper there, you can see a whole bunch of like little purple diamonds. Don't laugh at my colouring. If I get some colours wrong, I'm pretty moronic in my eyes in terms of colours. But this is the library, so head in. And what we got here, then we got 4 in here we can speak to. Here is Noah. Noah.
I guess. Somewhere next.
Not perhaps, but I'll find.
Okay.
Hecky, I'll know.
After you speak to Noah, there's one on the right, the observant shell. There is also one on the left, which is the research shell. And, there's 2 on the right, sorry. So 2 on the right. So you've got studier shell, researcher shell, Noah, and then you've also got the unlucky shell, which is upstairs. So yeah, 3 downstairs library, and there'll be 1 on the upstairs. So make sure to speak to all 4. Again, if you feel like you've missed one, again, press the left bumper just to make sure that there are no diamonds diamonding about. Because there's one. Here you guys.
No,
So
no, or
she'll be.
hey,
Don't ever.
okay.
worth a shot.
Hi, Sister Blue.
Why do you look?
2 of us are. I studied that other. She didn't even.
Did no.
That would be
Just do your.
If only Sister Blue.
She sees the
No. Anyway, without
hair to hair.
to hair.
So yeah, the unlucky shell there at the upstairs library can be easily missed. So, make sure to grab her. Right, now we're going to go for some more shrine locations achievements. Because from the library, straight in front of us, is the waterfall. So if we head effectively straight through, this is the sort of waterfall area. You'll be able to see the waterfall just on our right. There it is. So from here, there's the waterfall. So, and you can see where it says D, we're going to go down the D. And then if we go to the left, when we get to the bottom here, go to the left, and you can see the mirror shrine. So from the mirror shrine, go back on yourself, continuing on the same path. Don't go back up the D. But we are going to go up the stairs. We're going to find the horse lobby. From here, take a right, where you can see exit B, horse lobby. And to the right again, here is the horse room, the prancing horse. Although if you are a Ferrari fan in Formula 1 this season, it's more like the 3-legged horse, because it's slow and crappy. So, back down the left again. So that's 3 out of 5 done now. Head back up the D. Not even laughing at that one. That joke's so old, you guys. And here we are then, back in the waterfall section with the library right in front of us. What you're also going to see here is the courtyard. Now that is what we're going for next. So so while we're in the waterfall section, we're going to go in through this little glass pane. This is the shrine courtyard. First up, there is a door on the right. We'll come back to that in just a bit. But for now, head straight on. Head to the right, and you can see some stairs. That's what we're going up. And then again, we are going to go left up the steps, and we're going to find another shriny room. It's this one. Can't speak to the character in here, so don't worry, but this is just the prayer room with big, massive... I don't know, but it kind of looks like someone's just milking cows constantly. Fresh milk, straight from the cow's ditty. Okay, so we will head down these stairs once again in order to find the last location. Go straight through into this like glass arch. Now we can head through to the left. And then we, again, can't speak to this character, but if we head to the little bit of the pathway here, you can find the final location. I think it's a fox. Hey, you, great fox! Found the Skull Shrine. So that's all 5 of the locations complete. We don't have to worry about those anymore. We'll just crack on with the rest of the character locations. Now, I'll be honest, I'm about to do something stupid here. Now, if you stay in this area and go back up the stairs, you will find the conspiracy shell in the bridge above the courtyard. So if you stayed in that area, go back up, that where we found the prayer room, the cow milking room, you can find the next conspiracy shell to speak to. For whatever particular reason, stupid me decides to go the complete long way here and end up, yeah, so I end up in the same place but go through it the, yeah, really long way. So that is literally just where we were. So my apologies. I could have edited it out, but I've done all the timestamps and it would have messed with it completely. So, yeah, sorry, I had to keep that in. So, yeah, so I do apologize. I have had a few comments saying, your guides are stupid because you don't get on with it and, you know, you go the wrong way sometimes. Well, I'm sorry, I can't be perfect, right? I work 60-hour weeks, damn it. I do my guides and things literally extremely 3 a.m. in the morning. So, leg 'em. Okay, so once you have spoken to Conspiracy Shell, we only have one more now. Two more. So let's head down these stairs, back through the shrines, back through the glass archways, and that is where we're going. You can obviously see those two. So this time we do need to go to the right as we come out of the waterfall area, continuing around and going through this little alleyway right here. Now, it always looks like you can just make a beeline straight for it, but no, you have. This is the All-Center Mother, the All-Mother statue, sorry. So go ahead, speak to Healer.
Come here after replace, you know.
You're in shock.
Disappointed, pissed, hard to choose.
I wouldn't call it.
But not maybe when the try BB are.
And there is only one more left to do, so we can head out the way we came. There's a few exits, but just make sure to go down this narrow alleyway, head to the right again, and if we have a look right here, then look to your right. No, heading up the stairs here, this is a memory. This isn't a character location we can unlock. You can unlock these memories. You can leave them. It doesn't matter for any achievements. It's literally, again, just part of the story.
Hide it. Under.
Watcher?
Yes?
What are you looking?
Oh, it's nothing.
Alright, so once you've done that then, if you've done that, we can head back down the stairs, and directly in front of us, where I was going to go originally, we are going to get the last achievement here, or the Performing a Function Watcher achievement for talking to the last character, which will be the Eager Shell. Now, sometimes it takes a few seconds to unlock. So as long as it comes up there with the progress bar done, it will unlock. But for whatever reason, sometimes it takes about 10-20 seconds for it to unlock. So at this point, I'm like, who have I missed? Why have I ruined my own guide? And then, ta-da! That's what we like. Right, so now that we've finally spoken to everyone and got all of the shrine room locations, go ahead, press the Y button in order to speak to Bang Bang Fire, and then just go through again. You'll go to like another simulation point, and then you'll just have to do a bit of that work. Otherwise, once we crack on with the story, we will end up in chapter 3. And again, it'll be the same thing just as in chapter 2 there with speaking to everyone in the orchard.
Happy birthday, Principal. Will you be joining us? I have a besides, there is you work, even work gives on this great sacrament to give us. I will work so you don't have good. How was your community? What did you see? The All-Mother. The mother. They lived, people, her family. But and if she would have done, none of us would. Yes. It's just a reminder. I wonder if you were in her grave, if by some, would you stay and die? I would live another curious to abandon, and yet it may, after all. And what if bad did she? She watched the guilty of distraction, but not guilty. No, I'm glad. I don't think I thank you for communion, rest, and be sure to when you're ready. Something Hakio.
Okay, this time you don't have to speak with Principal. Effectively, we're just speaking to the majority that we spoke to last time, in all fairness. So hopefully you, from Chapter 2, you've got a bit of a feel of where things are. You've got a bit of a zig of sort of what to do, where to expect to go. Again, pressing the Y button will show you what tasks you've got to do. Pressing the left bumper will show you the sort of mini-map of the area if you haven't spoken to anyone yet. So from here then, we are going to head... we're gonna head to the right and then up. So we're going to go up this little escalator in order to speak to... We're going to go into the Shell bar first. Just in order to speak to bartender straight away.
Got time for a What can I...
I'll take
A syrupy?
you joining.
I'm not supposed on the all...
Cheers.
Cheers.
You tell me
Knock, knock.
who's
all
mother.
Oh, you talk to your mother like that? Get it?
Yes.
Got time for a...
I better be going.
Got your fill of...
I'm stuck.
6 to 1? You didn't hear it.
Once you have spoken to El Bartenderino, we can... Oh, things getting a bit jiggity right there. Head to the right, and again, these areas will be looking familiar to you, so hopefully a bit of familiarity always helps. Heading down past the lounge into the second level area. And we're going to speak to a couple of characters directly in front of us. The first one here is going to be the Curious Shell. So we've got the Curious Shell, we've got the Hungry Shell, and the Eager Shell. So make sure to speak to all three of these first.
It's good.
One day we'll... Sister.
Like holding. Miss what?
The cutting of
It hasn't. Why are you?
I camped out.
All.
Well, how else?
You are faith.
I must. What? You've witnessed the
Many.
And what is?
The cream gift.
I'm going to be in
Hair to hair.
So from the Eager Shell, head to the right and through the archway. And again, we've got a couple more people to speak to. Again, you should know the major button functions and things like right trigger to sprint, etc. So go ahead, speak to the Assertive Shell and the Helpful Shell.
My sister, great team player.
I had the same.
Oh, really?
There you have it.
Glad we're on this. Hope to be by.
Hecky Grace.
Happy birthday. You find that music. Then I noticed...
To me.
I stopped. I left it down by your...
Thank.
Red to blue. I know that you may. I should mind it.
It's fine.
See you.
So after speaking to these two, if you look directly behind you and head down where we found the director from the second chapter, we can go here and speak to Bang Bang Fire. By the way, I love that name. This is my favorite name in the whole one. Bang Bang Fire.
Will you... Oh. This and flowing. Embarrassed. But do feel the ancestor.
Oh.
Happy birthday, everyone.
So from BBF, we're going to take a right and we're going to stick with the second level until we reach Late Shell.
What took you so long? In a real occupant emergency.
I'm sorry.
You got
The cake. It's so...
It's always... We're trained, Sister Blue.
Failure is an opportunity.
No, please don't tell all day. Tomorrow will be...
Hair to.
And just two more on level 2. Just to the left of Bang Bang Fire's office, you are going to find a Military Shell.
Sisters. What?
Sister Blue.
She put.
Wait.
Addie.
Weapon handle. Can you off?
Sorry. Last time, if we meet.
What does it?
And actually in Bang Bang Fire's office, we are going to find Diligent Shell. So that should now be everyone on level 2 complete. Now we're just going to smash out everyone on level 1 before we crack on with the main part of the game.
I remember. I've only heard many. They shake the whole. I got cut off.
That must.
Well, another sister. We became.
We have to look at.
Thank you for protecting. Don't mention.
Okay, right then. Let's get out of here, shall we? And if not, if you just want to stick in there, because that's a pretty cool office, then it's up to you. But, you know, we want to do achievements and stuff. So heading to the right and then heading downstairs, the big McDonald's sign in front of you. Heading down, again, it doesn't matter which way, you end up in the same spot anyway. We end up in the waterfall section. So, since we are in the waterfall section, let's go ahead and speak to Understudy Shell and Director Shell, just outside the waterfalls here.
Will you be performing?
No, not yet.
Sphere to
Exactly. I'm working. What should I
Principal.
Did you feel
You have talent.
teach you? You should consider. It is a happy.
I guess.
Gather round.
It is I am yet un.
Oh, just
Be gone.
hear me. The gift?
Not so.
You will have
Just.
in 1 year's time.
Oh.
Take it.
Yes.
Very
I
well.
can feel.
Tell me. It's... Well...
Thank you.
Okay, from here then, we're going to go into the shrine courtyard. There's another 2 that we can grab in here. So go to the right where we find out the skull path, as it were. Go ahead, speak to Noah and the observant shell.
Come in me on that. What else should we... Red. A flower I can bring luck or deep distinguished. Should we add it? That's it? You're right. You've got a keen... How do you know so much? There's an archive. They're in... Perhaps her. Anyway, Fixer. She was always... Oh. That reminds me. Stocks of Fixer always without them. These represent resist loyal. I'll be sure to. Thanks for your help. I'd be lost. Happy birthday. I rarely see you in the garden. I see. I'm, as you see, silent. But you speak open. Maybe. Nice getting to...
Right, from here, let's get out of the skull path, as it were. And from here, let's take a right, go into the courtyard, where we can find the trying shell.
Where's the... Oh!
She can try to fry the sky with a piece of brie, but she ain't going anyway. Ah, well, that just went to hell, didn't it? Right, we're going back through the shrine courtyard, basically get back out to the other side. Back into the waterfall section. Nope, that's just the train area, so let's not go down there, but we will head... where are we going to go? So there's the library directly in front of us, so that's what we're going to do next, the library section. So there's the studious shell, or studious? Is it studious or studious? Either way, it's a STDS and the researcher shell in the downstairs library and the unlucky shell upstairs. So make sure to speak to all 3.
What's wrong?
I can't believe...
Is she...
She's...
I...
Do you ever want... Wouldn't it be helpful?
What did fix... Everything come...
Fan.
I think... To you...
Hi, Sister Blue.
Why aren't you...
The library catalog has all the fixer types. Right.
Can you ask...
She would just my left. Sister Blue.
Yeah.
Can you...
Hecky,
So there we go. Make sure that you speak to all 3 women here. And then everybody ding dong happy. Just having a little double check there, but no, we are all good. So we only need now to go to Healer's office and the center near the All Mother statue in order to finish up the achievement in this chapter. So from the library... No, I don't call it... No, it's a library. Sorry, I've had enough now. Even I'm starting to wind myself up with that. Just continuing on and go through the right-hand side, down this little alleyway into the center near the All-Mother statue. Again, you need to speak to all 4 here. The artistic shell, the creative, meticulous, and thoughtful.
Right. We're lucky.
It's the what's the matter? Sister Blue and the staff. Keep Sister Blue. Please. She played the piano. A tool. Really? I'm going. Thank you, sister. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Alright, so head back out the way we came then, through this little... It's not an alleyway, but I'm calling it an alleyway because it reminds me of it. Heading to the right, and this is just another memory. Again, you can interact with it if you want. You don't have to. Again, it's just for core story progression, or not story progression, but it's part of the story if you want to learn more.
It's not. Hello. Hey. Nice. Hey. My name. I hope you don't.
We both.
Yeah. All right.
But thanks for.
What do?
No, let's go.
So we only now need to find Healer's office in order to finish up the achievement and crack on with the game. Nobody in the center there, so continue heading to the left and all the way around. Do you remember what Healer's office looks like? It's the big bright white light room which will be coming up on our left. Oi soy soin. Oh, there it is. So in Healer's office then, we need to speak to Maverick Shell, Germaphobe Shell, Stressed and Sorting Shell. That will unlock the achievement. And in order to progress the game, we actually need to speak to Healer. So again, before speaking to Healer and progressing with the story and going through that little simulation or whatever it is, make sure that the achievement unlocks after you've spoken to all 4 of the healers in here. Or all 4 of the shells, sorry.
I don't observe any.
Sister Pink. I stood. Should I be?
Hair to hair.
You're right. Hecky said.
Hecky.
Oh, Sin.
Is the chamber.
It's the sun. We're down to
Sphere just.
I don't know. Why is leaks?
You should inform.
No. We'll manage.
Hecky.
Brad?
You're just.
At the birthday turns out there?
Your eyes.
All this time.
What if I'd be lost. You should reply.
I'll make sure.
Hecky.
Healer's in a mood.
So, yes. Once the achievement there unlocks, annoyingly, you've got to, as I said, you've got to commute with Healer anyway. So, yeah, you're going to have to do that. Now, again, just going to show you a little bit of what you need to expect and sort of what to do. Because while it is linear, as I said, some parts can look slightly confusing in terms of there's a whole lot going on the screen. So if you find yourself getting stuck and you find yourself thinking that there's no characters to speak to, just keep going back and forth, left and right on the screen. And as I said, with each new character that you speak to, you will be able to progress time further by pressing the right bumper. So again, if you've gone left and right and there's no one else to speak to on screen, obviously that means you can move on forward with time. Otherwise, once you've done that, smash that out. We are on to chapter 4, and it's a little bit less of people that we need to speak to this time. So we're getting lesserer and lesserer now, which is always fantastic-er.
I don't want to go up there.
Social Dad Watcher.
It's not the.
I see. I believe this. Perhaps we don't.
I guess.
Take a walk if.
So first up then, what we're going to do, we're going to head to the, basically the left of where we started, right from the shell bar, where on the balcony, you're going to see the meticulous shell and the thoughtful shell. So speak to these two.
It's hard to be prepared for.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Hello, sister. It must be such.
Her function. We are
another sister. If I were, I imagine all that pressure. If ever, but also, I know there's. I want to. And
you've,
of course.
And all we got to do now is head all the way to the right in order to go to Bang Bang Fire's office. Again, this is just a memory. It's an empty room, a memory. So again, interact with it if you wish. Doesn't matter if you don't. But we're going to head to the, well, effectively the right. Or if you come out with this room, we're going to the left. If you get what I mean. We're heading all the way around to Bang Bang Fire in her office. Big red room.
I don't like that one. Fine.
Well, spit it out.
If you come.
Huh? You seem bothered.
It's nothing.
As you wish.
Watcher, I see a much drunk. You haven't been.
Not yet.
It is the
What are you up to? Can I join?
It is my to ensure each.
Right. It just doesn't. I thought
We shouldn't annihilate.
Well, I should help.
Nah.
Who's there?
New fix?
New fix.
You should be so. Why do you a BBF?
Okay, I'll go.
And that is already it then for level 2. So we are now going to head out of your BBF's office. And we are going to head down. We're going to find the outside the waterfall. So head to the right outside of Bang Bang Fire's office. We can now head down the stairs. We can see the big McDonald's sign. So head down. And we will end up outside the waterfall where we can see and speak to Unlucky Shell.
A new fixer.
Then why aren't
She's lucky to have you're not. Sister Blue, would it help my play?
Hecky Elmo?
It's hard to. Sister Blue.
Yes.
I could read just a cube. Why does it foot?
Maybe you should too much.
You're right, Sister Blue.
From here, we can head straight in front of us to the Shrine Courtyard, where we are going to take the next right into the Skull Path, where we're going to speak to Principal.
Why didn't I see you at the... I'm sorry, Principal. I'm not feeling... Should I send you to the... No, I apologize. I have no... You're distracted. It's... We saw the... You've seen the... And what the Alma... She butchered in front of sliced her neck and left that thing was... But watch, the All-Mother was clear. The youngest, no. Surely you don't. Or do you find the... No. I'm glad you agree. She was foolish. Either way, we must... It is her sin. I do good. And what if... How did she respond? There were no problems. She saw... She accepted... Really? That surprises... I thought I sensed a growing... But if you really think... Then I trust you. Watcher. Sometime, with math, we forget the smallest... Each and any betrayal. Hecky Grace. As for you, for missing our... I'm sorry. An apology to fix... Whatever you have logged, clear it. Accept your new sister. This is your... Yes, Hecky on... Hecky...
So while you're here as well, if you want... on the bridge above the courtyard, which if you go into the courtyard and go up the steps, you can speak to Healer on the bridge. For whatever reason, I don't do her now. We will come back to her. But you can do that now if you want. Otherwise, we're going to head out, go to the left slightly, and go into the library to interact with and talk to the Insidious Shell, the Studious Shell.
I know how this must all my sister. If I'm
non-word?
Well, every word lang to know. See? Okay. Thanks for stopping.
Please. Maybe spend social...
You're right. I should check it.
Right. Next up then, once we get out of here, continue effectively going left. So we're going left past the waterfall. Or am I going to go and do the Shrine Courtyard? Oh, we're going to do the Shrine Courtyard. Yeah. Right. So head into the shrine. Taking the right, going up the stairs, and we're going to speak to Healer before we head back down.
Oh, you're not at the party. You're killing time.
I'm on my...
Send my regards. I would say hi. You know,
I'm sure she'll...
the graduation's place. I'm relieved.
You'll... Well...
With open... That's what... Where would we be? These shells. To heal them. Do they always... Sometimes.
I'm sorry.
All I can do is so they die. The day...
Hair to hair.
Yeah. Go to the party.
I'll root. So we've done that, whether you've done that now or a little bit earlier on, it doesn't matter. We've done Healer, she's done. So we're going to head out of the Shrine Courtyard, the same place as basically where the library is. I'm going to go to the Living Center. So if we just head out of the Shrine Courtyard, head to the right from this area, so not the left of the library, but the right. And then if we go around, so don't go into the C area, not into that area, but it is this bit here with the stairs onto our right. Come on, Kia. There we go. So heading up here, what you need to do then, there's only two here, the Director Shell and the Understudy Shell. Make sure to speak to those two.
Exactly. I don't get it. Why doesn't what other me...
6.
Wow, sis, you sounded for a moment. Just to make... I appreciate 6-2.
This is it. Sister. Okay.
I get it is all caught all to my young. Do I hear for Hecky G?
I've come to...
He ain't you tricked.
I've not given you the power. Now you're paying.
You are right. If there's... I burst.
The most... You really...
I need it.
Thank you.
And finally, for level 1, we will continue down and to the right where we will find Healer's Office, where we're going to speak to 3 more, the Germaphobe, the Maverick, and the Sorting Shell. So again, Healer's Office then will obviously be the one with the big bright white lights, the one that's coming up right now. So again, there is another 3 in Healer's Office to speak to.
She's gonna be an amazing fixer.
Stay back.
You are.
Yes. Does this look like I've been waiting?
I should leave.
Yes, Sister Blue.
I hope you feel.
Me too.
She's a. You mean.
I learned so.
What do you learn?
To be a healer. Risk. Call everyone.
Thank you.
You see, sister. Fight the
Eckies.
You bet, sister.
Blue. You have.
No.
I hear it.
Yeah. But I told her.
So you will.
Purple. 6 to 1.
6 to.
Now, there are a couple more on level 2 that we have left on purpose. So basically, in order to progress the story, we need to speak to the new fixer. Spoiler alert. But there are a whole bunch of shells that we need to speak to in the shell bar before doing that. So obviously we've left that on purpose as to not try and waste any more time. So heading up the stairs and heading all the way to the shell bar. And the shell bar should be right in front of us. There we go. So we can see that they're upstairs. Well, in fact, there's a lot in the shell bar, and then there is one in the lounge bar, which I will get last because I actually missed it first time around. So if you go to the right up those stairs, that is the lounge bar. That's where you'll find the military shell up those steps. Otherwise, you can just head up these steps, where we're going to find Noah, observant, artistic, assertive, and bartender. Now again, make sure to speak to all of there's Fixer. So do not speak to Fixer before speaking to everyone else and getting the achievement. So leave Fixer alone for last. Just go around the room speaking to absolutely everyone.
You are in.
I'm just. Damn. I was sure. No.
Don't. We have to stay.
Cheers.
Bottom.
Oh, I wish there was a grad. Hey, how clean? You squeeze a reader slider. Snooper. Oh, need a new sister.
What is that even?
I guess you and. Huh? Hey, all graduation.
Sister, glad to see you. BBF says the bar. So.
Are you calm?
You prefer to. Sorry if I offend.
No.
You are?
The more.
Did no.
All me.
Watcher. You missed the ceremony. I'm sorry. I'm not the one. Yeah. I mean, you are a big sister. I know. Then go and be. I don't know what. If you don't know. What do you think? I don't know. I hadn't. Yes. So. You are going to. It's a part of growth.
Hey, what can I get you?
Make it the perfect. You joining?
Nah.
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers.
Anyhow.
Just.
I'm good.
You know, but something you're someone.
Yeah.
Be seen. Good luck.
Right, so once you've spoken to everyone, if you went into the lounge bar and spoke to Military Shell, you'll obviously get the achievement by now. But if not, and you followed my directions, which I'm sorry, I've kind of let you down so far, haven't I? But again, just go up the steps here in the lounge bar. You will speak to Military Shell. You will get the You're a Big Sister Now achievement.
Sister Blue. I'm not sure if it's my.
You don't drink.
From what I.
Little hate. You don't.
I want to needs me.
Right here. She is. Taking break.
Right.
That sweet, sweet sound of achievements. Ah! Brian Dandy. Right, so now, once the achievement has unlocked, we can head upstairs, speak to Fixer, And this really begins quite the madness of chapters, as it were. So, just showing you, every time that you come into this area, you need to speak to... There's basically all 3 different little characters in each timeline. And in order to progress, you have to speak to this big, giant, red artifact bloody thing. But the only way you can get the true answers is to speak to absolutely everyone. So what they say makes no sense, and I haven't got a bloody clue what's going on, but in terms of answering the questions, you do need to speak to everyone. So again, the paths are quite linear. There's only one path that you can go to, but once you see all of these people sitting around, standing around, etc., make sure to speak to every single one. This will help, again, with the story progression, so we can get some answers. And then once you know that you've done, you can just go to the time before it's been locked. Again, you can speak to Fixer or whatever, whoever it is in each section. And once you have spoken to every single one, you will find this little red thing. And you need to choose the right dialogue option. Otherwise, he'll just keep sending you back. So the first one, choose Trouble at Home. So again, once you've got the right one, you can go through to the next one. If you get it wrong, you will be sent back to the beginning. You have to do it again. Next up, choose the third option. Pigeons are homing, sorry. Then choose, the bottom option, Haunted by a Place. And finally, choose top option, Stay Here. Then afterwards, you'll basically be a floating mass of airballs. And you'll just have to find Jiao and stuff again. Anyway, on to the next section. So again, you'll have to speak to everyone as you've been doing. Now, for the next test, it is the bottom option, Fabric of Me. And then the next option is Human Subject. Next up will be, the top option, Become like Iris. Sorry. And then, of course, the next one will be Open My Present. And again, I've only kept these ones in here just to make things hopefully a little bit easier for you. So you don't have to keep going back and forth and guessing which one. And then you're just going to be doing the whole golden circle puzzle thing again. So, as you progress, this is basically the end now of Chapter 5. Now, again, I'm only showing you this part because it may seem a bit confusing. But effectively, you'll go through the end of Chapter 4. There's no miscellaneous achievements in Chapter 5. You'll just need to go through a lot of dialogue, a lot of walking and stuff. Now, you will get the achievement here for ending Chapter 5, and it'll seem like the game will reboot or restart itself. Do nae panic. That's a slight... it's got to be a slight reference and Easter egg to Metal Gear Solid, right? But no. So you'll get the achievement here. I always find you don't die for completing Chapter 5. And it, again, seems like the game reboots. Again, that is part of the game. So don't panic your beautiful little mustaches off about it. Or girl mustaches, as it were. Girls don't have mustaches. Man, should have paid more attention in the anatomy kind. So you can go ahead, press start, and you will then be able to continue on with the game. Don't choose new game, don't load game, just choose start.
Watcher, there isn't... I know. Just listen. They are buried when they... Whatever, put it aside.
And then basically what you're going to be doing is a lot of walking to the right, and a lot of talking, and then Chapter 6 will actually begin, and we will be playing a new character now called Blue. Now, there's a couple of parts to these chapters. There's it's not just Chapter 6, it's Chapter 6 Part 1, and then Chapter 6 Part 2, and then Part 3. Chapter 6 Part 1 and Chapter 6 Part 3 have two separate achievements for speaking to all of the characters. Now, the map is small. There's not a lot of people to speak to, but it can be confusing about sort of which ways to go. So, especially during this first part of Chapter 6, you will probably see me going back and forth around and about a couple of times. For whatever reason, it can get a bit confusing. But this is the beginning of chapter 6. All right, welcome to Old Town. In the future, this is New Town. So we head out and we're going to speak to Melody straight away. This is part of the achievement that we'll automatically do anyway. So that's Melody done. So now we need to head to the bar. It's not that way. It's not to the left, but it is to the right of Melody. And it's down an alleyway here to the left. So you will speak to the red shell. Again, she'll be automatic anyway, so it doesn't matter. But you'll need to go into the bar here on the left and have a conversation.
Of course. I just want to get... Please. As soon as... You're going to love it. See? Did you bring those 3 things?
Those 3 things.
Wait.
She's no right.
So for the story then, we also need to find something dirty, sweet, and flowery. So... immediately on your right there, we can go ahead and speak to the purple, alert purple. Now she doesn't actually count. Neither does the red shell there to the right. Or the blunt orange, sorry. So you don't actually have to speak to those two. They don't count. So we'll head to the left from the bar. We will find a guarded misc. Miscellaneous. Which... does count, so make sure, again, to speak to the guarded miscellaneous. There is also going to be a waiting red around here somewhere. So, blunt orange, for whatever reason, doesn't count. Oh, there's waiting red. So make sure to speak to waiting red just in front of where blunt orange was. So again, this is going to be one of those sort of maps where... while it's small, it can be a little bit confusing because it all looks pretty samey. So we're going to head down and back onto the main street where we can speak to unfazed Misc. So that's another one done. Then to the right of her, we're going to speak to tentative Misc. And there's also going to be twitchy Misc. Again, on the main street, just to the left of us right here. Oh, no, that's Melody. Whoops, sorry. We need to speak to Melody again anyway, so just in case. She's not actually going to give us anything, so don't worry, bother speaking to her about anything. She can't give us anything.
Something sweet. What did I say? I'll find a way up. Way better. I'll keep watch. Don't. I heard you.
So, from Melody, take a left. And we can go ahead, and here is Twitchy Misc. I mean, of course, you know, you can obviously press the left bumper to see where everyone is on the map if you are having a struggling time. But go from basically directly in front of Twitchy Misc. Go ahead and speak to Candace. Now, if you ask Candace about a dirty thing, something dirty, she will give you a dirty ingredient. So make sure to actually say here something dirty so you can pick up that first ingredient. You can go ahead and speak to Disciplined Red as well. She is part of the achievement, so make sure to speak to her. But yeah, so speak to Candace. Make sure to ask for something dirty. She will give you that ingredient as well. So it just saves you going back next time. But from Candace, we're going to head to the, straight through. Sorry, so straight in front of us. And on the right, you can see the Cautious Misc. Cautious Misc is actually not part of the achievement, but it's always better to be safe than sorry. Directly in front of us is Angel by the Fixer mural. She is part of the achievement, so speak to her. And once you are done with her, if we turn to the right into the garden, we can speak to Coco. Now, what Coco is going to do as well is give us something flowery. So that'll be the first. So that should be the second one. So ask for something flowery. She'll give you something flowery. Again, if you spoke to Candace and asked for something dirty, you will have 2 out of the 3 ingredients done. Plus, obviously, Coco is part of the achievement as well. Okay. So let's get out of here. We'll continue on basically forward. And then if we head... Can't speak to these 2, but you can speak to... Oh, we're back. Well, we're just... Damn it, we're back to Blunt Orange. Okay. So we're back to Blunt Orange. And if we continue on straight down the alleyway here, you can speak to Vyeka, whatever. Anyway, speak to her. She will be the one that will give us something sweet in a moment, or in a little bit. So we'll head back, and we will follow the markers on the map again. And like I said, this is where it does get a little bit confusing now, because you think you've gone everywhere and you haven't. So right in front of us there, from the main street, you can speak to Athena. She is by the She Will Return mural. She will actually give us a cake that we need to give to Vyeka. So if you want to get that out of the way now, turn back around on yourself through the alley and then take a right back down that little alleyway in order to give her the cake and get something flowery. Sweet, sorry. Otherwise, we can head straight down the alleyway in front of Athena. We can speak to Poppy.
Gather the others. You got it. Hey, 48.
Again, Poppy. Oh, say Poppy or Peppy. Anyway, either one. We're going to speak to everyone here just to be on the safe side. And here is the casual red. What we need to do actually now is just speak to, in order for the achievement, all we're going to do is speak to the 3 reds, red guards by the escalators. The rest of them now don't matter. So we've spoken to everyone that we have spoken to. Again, this is where it gets... Now, I'm actually looking for... I'm looking for Vyeka in order to get that little thing out of the way, and plus the 3 guards, which is basically just on the main street here. So, again, I do apologize that I was a bit everywhere with this one. It was a little bit confusing, but once you have spoken to all of the 3 red guards by the escalators, you will get the achievement, A Clone About Town. Jiao. There we go, everybody happy. Now, again, I will show you just how to get through to Vyeka, or Vyeka. So, in order to finish up part 1... So basically, she was from the garden. So if we find the Coco in the garden once again, Vyeka is going to be down from the garden and to the right. There we go. So once you've spoken to Vyeka, she'll give us something sweet. You'll have to go basically back to the bar. You'll have a conversation. Part 2 then will be a bit of a walk. And then chapter 6, part 3 will appear. So you've got the achievement. Now there's nothing left to do apart from crack on with the tasks. So you need to head back to the bar. You'll have a little bit of a conversation. Oh, in fact, sorry, no, you've got to go back to Athena first. And, oh, in fact, you've got to go back to Athena. And then you've got to go back to, yeah, well, you'll see it. You'll know it. So this is now chapter 6, part 3. After a lot of bad stuff going on, we're going to get out of Old Town. And basically, there's only 3 people we need to speak to in Old Town. The first one here is Athena behind us. The next one is going to be Melody. So if we head to the right from where Athena is, Melody, it will be right there. So speak to Melody.
I know that. What are you going to do?
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I need to send that we're not.
But you'll throw...
I was alright. I owe her the...
Do you think she... And
I want you...
what did those fanatics...
Maybe I'll come...
Make them pay. Make it count.
I'll be thinking...
We're all...
Thank you.
And to get out of Old Town, oh boy, you need to go ahead and speak to Worn Out Red.
Your biometric?
I did.
Really?
You scanned me.
State your function.
Barton.
I'm sorry for your...
I have a function.
So gratitude?
Gratitude, the provisional.
So it's a bit more of a depressing time. Obviously, you've played the story, you've gotten to this point, and you'll know exactly why it's a bit of a depressing time, and it's why we're heading to the surface. So, a couple of guards we will interact with automatically. They do count, though, for the achievement. The next achievement, again, Chapter 6, Part 3, remember this is now. So, all new characters we have to speak to. So, there is the red shell. Have to speak to her. And as we head up, we will also speak to Capital Red.
Hey, you. Come over. Don't make me.
Apologies.
So, you're...
Not the smartest.
Oh, most miss... Is that you?
No, not 40.
Why do you think I...
It's your deal.
And what do you know? So, it looks like 48. We expect... And we just...
Thank you.
Enjoy this. And what is the... Hecky.
Or as I like to call her, Crapital Red. Yeah, you hear me. Right, to the left, and we will again be automatically spoken to by Eileen, who is the Minister of Defense. Again, she does count for the achievement, so let's speak to her.
I have a function. If you have time, they should be at the... We are here to serve. Gratitude.
So once Eileen is done, turn to your left in order to speak to the red shell. Again, a very, very quick conversation. But yeah, we are back in the orchard now, so things will be a little bit familiar, but we can't go to all places, unfortunately. So, heading to the right, and we are now going to speak to Evelyn, I believe. So here we go. Straight through the marker, whatever that is, there on our left is going to be Evelyn. Next to Healer's old office.
I've seen Sister. You were a choke. She's a new... Evelyn, please. All right. It's Sister. Oh, Evelyn. You admit it. Will you lie back?
So if we turn directly around, you can also see another minister. This is Vivian, the Minister of Health. So again, we need to speak to her.
What a treat. I hardly still more. I haven't. It's difficult. Sisters tune them out so well.
Thank you for your time.
Gratitude. I hope leisure activity.
So from Vivian, we'll turn to our left and continue on our way, where we're going to end up in the library. So library is going to be right in front of us now, and this is where we can speak to Vanessa, who is the Minister of Education. Now, we're going to be speaking to the ministers here. These come, well, basically they're going to be all about the story. And if you've been playing it, you'll know exactly what's going on. Also speak to the Inquisitive Purple and the Managerial Purple here in the downstairs library as well.
I'm so great. Please, sit. Gratitude to the gratitude. I hope that you now... Greetings, miscellaneous. All the lit... You know what? Well, bye-bye now.
So, from the Library, we are going to head out, and we're going to go straight ahead of us, because we're going to end up in the Shrine Courtyard. We're going to speak to 17, her name is. So, here's the waterfall. In fact, in the waterfall, head to the right first of all. We need to speak to the Jiaos. So, we're going to go into the Toffee, speak to Toffee Jiao. There's 3 of them we need to speak to in order to get the achievement. So there's the first one, Toffee Jiao. We have to speak to them anyway in terms of the story. But again, if you just want to get the achievement out of the way, it's best to just get this done now. So then we can head into the Shrine Courtyard, where we can find 17 all chilling.
Government. Gratitude. I can see 48. 17. You haven't picked. Feels like it. I'm not one. What? You seem... Don't we all? Maybe. Sorry to bother you, sister. Guess I just wonder... Yeah. There's no time. Just live and let me live.
Okay, so from... I think that's everyone done now on level 1. So just got a couple more to do on level 2. So head out of the Shrine Courtyard. Take a left, basically coming out of the waterfall area. And heading around to the left again. We're obviously going past the sea area and going in through the little hallway, whatever you want to call it, in order to speak to the next Jiao, Candy Jiao. Right, what Candy Jiao is actually going to do is give us a couple of things. We have to speak to the other Jiaos. So that's Toffee Jiao, which you've already spoken to. So if you want to, you can go ahead before heading upstairs. But yeah, so before heading upstairs and finishing off the achievement, you can go ahead, go back into the waterfall section, speak to Toffee Jiao, give her the invitation or the letter or whatever it is from Candy Jiao right there. If you don't want to do that, that's fine. You can just come back down and do it later. It doesn't matter which way you do it, but you can just take a left and go to the waterfall. You got to take a left anyway. So if you want, you can go to the waterfall, speak to Toffee Jiao and get that one out of the way. Otherwise, we will head upstairs. In fact, it's probably better to do the story-related thing there with Toffee Jiao before heading upstairs anyway, since we were effectively already there. So once you've head up, head all the way around until you reach the stage section.
A sister can stand, can't she?
Just get a move on.
She was bang bang fire for the
And here we go then. So go ahead, speak to Janice, who is the Minister of Infrastructure.
I'm the minister.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, I'll be happy.
You're not.
But there's about we got it.
It's my first time.
Good. Well, may I?
Thanks.
Good luck. Maybe I'll come up if only I.
And then just a few more left to do. So if we go to the stage area, we have on our left, we have the last Jiao, which is the cherry Jiao. So speaking to her, so again, you need to speak to all 3 Jiaos as well as everyone else. You need to speak to the Jiaos anyway for the story progression. You'll obviously also do the story stuff as well, providing you've done the Toffee Jiao one already. Then from here then, go ahead, these 2 women here, Not Iris and Not Watcher. Let's go ahead and speak to these 2.
I'll leave.
Don't miss it.
What are you doing? Don't want to get. Don't be. I'm fair.
And once you've spoken to Not Watcher, if we turn to our left, you can see 2 red guards by the stage, 1 bored red and 1 aloof red. Make sure to speak to these 2 as well.
That's enough.
Enjoy.
Figure it out.
Enjoying the.
Oh, yeah.
Gratitude, and
It's the least I can do.
Is this a projector?
And for our final character, head out of the stage, go to the left to where the shell bar sort of area is, and on our left now, we can speak to Victoria, and that should unlock the achievement. Now, from now on, you won't see any achievements popping on screen, because as I said, from Chapter 6, Part 3, all the way to basically the end of the game, my recording went straight in the can, which made me even bolder than I was before, which I didn't think was possible. But anyway, now the achievement should unlock. That's why I'm giving it the little camera jiggle of life. Now, Chapter 7, the rest of Chapter 6, basically, you're going to get an achievement for basically bombing the stage. I'm not going to take it lightly. Chapter 7 and Chapter 8 are very dialogue heavy, so there's not a lot of gameplay going on, just back and forth on the train. And we end up in Chapter 9 here, where we have to get one of the achievements for speaking to all of the holograms. Now, you start off with -16, and you will see 4 different coloured 50 members. George, Mimi, Johnson, Natasha, and Amelia. So the first one right there was George. Again, apologies if that was a little bit quick. In this next area on our right is Natasha. So basically this area, what you'd need to do there is just speak to Fixer, Healer, and Noah. Because there's a lot of deep stuff that's already gone on in Chapter 7 and 8. And this area will always be the same. It's big, but it's quite small, so you shouldn't get lost. So you've spoken to George, Natasha, and Johnson, the 50. If we have a look to the left, or the right-hand side, you will now see Mimi. So again, what we need to do then is effectively, in order to get the story going, we have to find out which body has the key card or whatever it is. But again, there is an achievement for speaking to everyone. So head out, up the elevator where we're going to speak to Amelia. Now again, you will always know which ones to speak to because they are the different coloured ones. So make sure that you've spoken to all 5 in the -16. Once that's done, the next time period will unlock, so you can go through to that. And then just to our right is going to be Johnson, the Tree Fiddy. Now, there's only one that you need to speak to in this time period. Now, you might think that you have to just speak to everyone to progress the story anyway, but that's not true in some of the instances. The next time period unlocks before speaking to them all, so that's why it is important that I showed you this as well. But once you've spoken to Johnson, the Tree Fiddy, we will, so -14 is unlocked. Go to that one. We can just speak to Johnson, the 50 again. He will be downstairs, so it's only Johnson that we need to speak to.
We've been cleared for
Now here, this is a ship. Prepare.
all states. Descent 100
Surface.
No change.
100 200
Surface.
race 5 600
Pacific.
They're drowning.
Occupants are changing.
That's 8,000.
destination.
Communicate. Arctic, Atlantic, Pacific.
And the rest?
No,
Central.
nothing yet.
So minus 13 will now unlock, where again we only have to speak to Johnson the 50, who should be right in front of us.
It's been 24 hours. We can all.
Jesus Christ.
If it wasn't for drowning.
Yes.
Those were such occupancy.
Mimi, we must make
Leave it to
one more thing. This information. Notice. Do you understand?
So now minus 12 should unlock. This time we got to speak to 4 of them. So Johnson, George, Amelia, and Natasha. So if we head left and then go back up the escalator, escalator, excavator, all 4 are basically going to be upstairs. So there's George. So basically do a big swing around this whole top area. So you got George. And then if we have a look on the sort of podium-y bit, that is where we're going to find, who are we finding here? So we're going to find Johnson, and then, so it's George, Johnson, Amelia, and Natasha. So just make sure you speak to all 4, because here you can go to minus 11. Don't do that yet. Go ahead and speak to the other 2 soldiers first.
Have you seen the girl? She's got no blame.
What is she?
You don't.
Did you hear? There's been a wave.
It's been far not meant.
There's plenty.
People need.
We brought.
Well,
Okay, once you're happy with that one, so we're going to go to minus 11 now. Again, right bumper, obviously. You've pretty much figured out how to do that by now, since you are 9 chapters out of 10 into the game. We're going to have to speak to, again, Johnson, Natasha, George, and Amelia, who this time are going to be downstairs. So just head to the left. Make sure to speak to all 4 of the characters this time. So one will be in this area. Once you speak to George, the next one will be in the sort of other hangar. So opposite here, as you can see. There's the next one, and then the 4th one will be behind us.
yeah, my daughter would have. It's good that she didn't have. It would have broke kids.
They've got care.
I don't.
That's besides.
Ben.
Come on. Your daughter were.
Pacific 41.
What do you mean? What? What happened?
I don't know. The last train. No, and then something where. Say what you. But at least her.
If I decide to be an idiot.
Enough of the box.
What do you want?
So.
I wasn't made for the.
You should.
Who will take that? You?
A change.
Say something.
One of the.
If it fails. What?
We must. To those who.
We've put her through enough.
Johan.
So once you've spoken to all 4 on minus 11, go to minus 10, where we only need to speak to George the 50 this time. Again, he will be in the sort of main briefing room, if you want to call it that, where Fixer is.
I wanted to go. Bridge crew Johnson got.
They're out of their mind just because she. It's a wreck.
Wouldn't you feel touch some?
Who says there's any grass left?
It's all because Mimi and I.
What does that?
You know exactly. We've all seen them.
Careful what
kind of shit.
We risked everything.
For her.
So down to 09, and we got to speak to 3 this time. Amelia, Natasha, and George. And they're going to be, once again, on the upstairs level.
That's it. We're stuck. We're doomed. She'll live.
A stab wound.
She has to. This can't.
We have.
Ira, bitch.
Sir,
Spit.
She's in
What?
Iris. You better.
So there we go. So that's 3, Amelia, Natasha, and George done. 08, we're just going to speak to Amelia, who is the opposite side of where we are now. She's going for the jump. The big jump of death.
Amelia.
Once you've done 08, go down to 07, of course. Now we're going to speak to George and Natasha, who are on the bottom level, halfway watching Amelia splatter her head on the... So it doesn't seem like a very big jump. It seems like broken bone territory rather than death territory. But, I've never tried to jump from that high up, so yeah. So yeah, 07, speak to George and Natasha.
No.
Down to 06. You've only got to speak to George the Fiddy. So only George this time.
Amelia, come.
205, you're going to speak to 3 of them this time. So George and then Asher and Benjamin. Now, Asher and Benjamin are the 2 guards blocking the doorways with guns. So make sure to speak to these 2, very important. Asher there on the left. And then if you go over to the right, you can see Benjamin, again, the other guard blocking the door. And then go straight through them to speak to Georgie.
I've revoked Johnson's by hand.
Now hear this. We've secured the...
Setting course.
We're getting a...
Who is it?
It's John's.
On speed.
George.
Please.
You do not want this.
Mimi is...
I'm to stop.
Natasha in transmission.
All right.
So, 04 opens the way. Now we're going to speak to 4 of them. George, Natasha, Asher, and Benjamin. So head down and you'll already see George. And by George, I meant Natasha. So that's the first one. She sounds funny. Once you've laughed at Natasha saying, "Stop," plenty of times, speak to George. And then again, you will speak to Asher and Benjamin, the 2 guards who are now opening fire on the unfortunate others.
I said.
And a couple of quick ones. Down to 03, you're going to speak to George once more.
Jesus fucking Christ.
We never...
They wouldn't back down. If you don't have the...
Do you have it?
Down to -2, you're going to speak to Natasha. She's the only one that you need to speak to.
Brace.
What's going on?
That's the surface.
And now they've come for...
And finally, 01, we need to speak to George the 50, who is now the body directly behind us. So that'll be that achievement done. Now, what you'll need to do is just crack on with Chapter 9 and the beginning of Chapter 10. Again, a lot of sort of linear walkways, a lot of linear paths. You should now get the Pacific 50 Descend achievement, by the way. There is also a moment in Chapter 10 where you have 5 minutes to basically get to the top using the whole golden ring flying upper. So a little bit to do, but then we will come here, right to the end. Now, there are 7 endings we need to do. I highly advise, at this point, when you see this, go ahead and make a manual save. Very important to make a manual save here, because while 5 of the endings come straight back here, 2 of the endings don't. So you need to make a manual save right now. Manual save, right now! Otherwise, once you do get here, we can now, as I said, crack on with the ending. So this is the first ending that we're going to do. Effectively, there's a whole bunch of people throughout the game that are behind us. We need to turn the lights on. Oh, well, lights are already on, these people. You'll need to turn the lights off in order to get specific achievements. So you'll always go through this bit of dialogue here with Secretary, who is now red and smoking hot. So once he lets you do whatever it is that you're going to do, our first ending we're going to go for is called Scorched Earth. And this is for turning off all the lights. The parents, you can leave them on or off, it doesn't matter. But all of these people here, you need to turn off all the lights. And again, how you'll do that is you go up to whoever it is, have a little bit of conversation, and then you can have the option there to leave the lights on or turn the lights off. So you'll just need to go ahead and turn the lights off of absolutely everyone, first of all.
Blue, you're baby. There's not... We'll
just follow us, please.
Don't what I live
us and will you. I'm it.
Do what you... That's what...
And it will you.
They forgot your one principle. Waking, you can't
assist she it, will you.
We've done our... You can't... We have...
Though, but will you.
This is for what we never actually just.
We only ask without you to
I thought instead.
She no will you.
So, once all the lights are off, head back to Secretary's red hot smoking baddie, speak to him, and say, yep, you can appraise. Now, you've got it right when Secretary will say the first confirmation, you have chosen a future without any sisters. That means you know you have done it correctly. Then you will end up watching the prologue, and during the prologue, or just after the prologue, no, epilogue. No, wait, epilogue. Prologue? Epilogue. Whichever log it is, the achievement will then unlock, and you don't actually have to reload your manual save. You will go straight back to the beginning of the start there with Secretary, so you can go ahead and pick a different ending. Epilogue, I was right. Why am I so stupid? Oh, that's right, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah.
Secretary. Is that...
Hello, I'm sorry.
What happened?
I've more. I see it. That's good. I can. You can.
Did it work?
Yes, they have been.
Secretary. What?
I overrode it.
Okay, so that was the Scorched Earth one. Next up, we're going for Her Name Is Not Mauve. Mauve? Mauve. No, I think it's Mauve, isn't it? Anyway, all we have to do this time is do not turn off Mauve's light. So we can actually say that we can appraise. So we don't have to do anything. We don't have to turn off any lights. So we can just speak to Secretary. You can leave all of the lights on. So simply go ahead, speak to Secretary again, appraise it. Now, Secretary will say before the second confirmation, either Mauve is dangerous, or if the red guard's light is off, you have chosen a future without intervention. And that means you know that you've done it right, and that is Her Name Is Not Mauve. And again, the achievement will unlock after the epilogue.
Secretary. Is that...
Hello, I'm sorry.
What happened to your body?
I've more me. I see it. That I can. You can.
Did it work?
Yes. They have been now.
Secretary. What?
I while this and everything collided. This is the loo. What future you deserve? That was what one.
You're leaving.
Okay, so for the next ending, the third one called The Law, this time all we have to do is simply turn off Mauve. Mauve? Mauve? I'm going to keep calling it Mauve. Mauve is the one, as we come out, she is directly on our right. So this is Mauve. It'll obviously tell you who it is, obviously. So once you've turned off Mauve, go back to Secretary, appraise it, And you'll know you'll get it right when Secretary will say before the second confirmation, the Red Guard have many factions within. As long as Secretary says that, you know you're on the right path, so get it gone, and the lore achievement will unlock.
Blue.
I am.
You have chosen a future that casts us, that retains and that faces past wrongs head on, gnome that seeks to persist on that remember. Are you certain? The Red Guard have many factions within. They will be, you're sure.
I'm sure. I don't.
You seek to wield power.
If you're leaving, some things can only be gained through force.
Plain if that then farewell let.
Secretary, is that...
Hello, I remember now. I'm sorry.
What happened?
I see I've returned to this place. That I can find you. Interesting.
Did it work?
Yes,
Secretary, what?
I overrode. Wow, this everything. This is Lou. What should stay? What few that one?
You're leaving.
I must. I've already done. This world must be
so
unique.
So this time, for the fourth ending, we're going for the achievement Lights Out. So we need to turn off Mauve. So go ahead, turn off Mauve again. And then we're going to need to turn off the Red Guard. So for Mauve, the Red Guard is going to be over to your left. So immediately left from Mauve. So there's the Red Guards. And then finally, we'll need to turn off the Sisters. And the Sisters, if we look to our right, again, basically directly right, more or less, from where the Red Guards were. So turn off the Sisters and then go back to Secretary. And again, you'll know you'll get it right because Secretary will say before the second confirmation, you desire to forget the surface. And once you've done that, appraise it, Lights Out achievement will unlock.
Blue.
I am.
You have chosen that cast that will. Are you certain? You desire to forget the surface.
We never. If we should. Does it move though?
If that is your then.
Thank you.
Farewell. Let it.
Secretary, is that...
Hello, I'm sorry.
What happened?
I've more. I see. That's good. I can. You come in.
Did it work?
Yes, now.
Secretary, what?
While this everything. This is Lou. What few that was one.
You're leaving.
I must. I've already. This.
So,
You confirm. Then and I. Lou.
So, next up, we're going to get some Justice for Jiao. Now, this time, who we need to turn off is, again, Mauve. Mauvis, Hovis, cheeky bit of bread. Get a bacon sandwich, put it on your head. So, yep, turn off Mauvis the Hovis. Again, turn off the red guard again immediately to your left. And then once you have turned off the red guard, you will then need to turn off Jiao. So if you look to your right, immediately there to your right will be the Jiaos. So turn off the Jiaos. And again, once you go to Secretary, Secretary will say before the second confirmation, you will eradicate the Jiaos. So as long as Secretary says that, you will eradicate the Jiaos, means you're on the right path, and you will get the fifth ending, Justice for Jiao. Right, now it is actually after this ending, we need to make a manual save. So that's why I said it's very important to make a manual save at the beginning of the ending right there. Because if you've got to do chapter select, you'll have to go through chapter 10 again. So hopefully you made that manual save at this point as you go before you're going through the endings. Because again, after the epilogue, we'll be getting the two proper endings, as it were.
Candy. A leader, remember. Cherry, a dream, remember. A history, remember. A dot, remember. No one is beyond forgiveness. Secretary, is that...
Hello, I'm sorry.
What happened to your...
I've more. I see. That's good. I can. You come in.
Did it work?
Yes, now.
Secretary, what?
I
overwrote.
While this everything. This is Lou. What future that was watcher. One final.
You're leaving.
I must. I've already. This.
So,
no, you can actually get back to this point fine. We'll just need to reload the manual save in the next one. So, for the first proper ending, we need to turn off Mauve the Hovis bacon sandwich head. And then we will need to turn off the red guard. So again, immediately to your left is the red guard. And then after this, next one we'll need to turn off is Principal. So Principal, if you have a look slightly to the top right, past the sisters, there's Principal. So turn off the Principal. Now this will again be the first proper ending called Epitaphs Blue. And again, Secretary, if you'll know you're on the right path, Secretary will say before the second confirmation, the ancient sister's sins will finally be eradicated. So you'll know that you're on the right path. This time it is a bit different. And again, this is why I said about making the manual save beforehand, because we'll need to for the Epitaphs red.
Sister's sin will finally be eradicated. She
otherwise she chose.
If that then,
thank you.
Farewell.
So this time, we don't go straight back into Secretary. We end up in the train section. So clicking the right stick to toggle your flashlight on, we end up in the underground train section. So we'll need to do a little bit of linear pathing. So take a right. And then from here, we'll take a up. Lol. From here, take a up again. And then, I mean, effectively it is, as it has been throughout the entirety of the game, it's been a pretty linear path. But we're going to get up to the top here, and we are going to speak to Blue. Now, the achievement for Epitaphs Blue should unlock right about now, so you don't actually have to do the rest of the game in order to get the Epitaphs Blue achievement, or Epitaphs Red. So the achievement should now unlock for you, so you don't have to do all the things that have come up on screen. So once the achievement then has unlocked, now we will reload the game. Again, we made the manual save. We only need to reload it once. But again, it saves you having to go through the entirety of Chapter 10 again. Doing all the bits and the 5-minute thing and yeah, all that McBoney. Okay, so for the final ending of the game, we're done it. Oh baby, make a goddamn sausage sandwich. Because I want a sausage in my mouth. Because I like sausages. I thought that was fairly explanatory. Anyway, we're going for the Epitaphs Red, and all we've got to do now is turn off Mauve, whatever you want to call her, and the Red Guard.
Then and I.
So, turning off Mauve, as I said. And then, again, to your left, turn off the Red Guards. And that is all we're going to do. So once you go back to Secretary, he or it will say before the second confirmation, you will forgive Principal. As long as you get the you will forgive Principal dialogue, you will know that you are on the right path to do the ending. Only this time you will actually have to replay the rest. You will have to play through the rest of the game, which is effectively, as we've been doing with the characters, just finding effectively the grave sites of people. That's all we're doing. So once you get through this, you will have to go up, do that same little linear path, and this time you'll be speaking to Principal, not Blue. Dang, bruh, Principal had an upgrade. So at this point, you will get the Epitaphs Red ending, but we still need to get the achievement for completing the rest of the game. And again, it is generally easy enough. It's literally just a case of finding out, again, pressing the left bumper, and you can find out where everyone is basically buried. So, yeah, but it's effectively going to be it. Now, again, like I said at the very beginning of the guide, this was supposed to be a 100% walkthrough. Unfortunately, it ended up being just a quick achievement guide. So I really hope, please let me know in the comments below if this guide did help, even as a quick achievement guide. I know the game was pretty linear. The game was pretty easy enough. A lot of dialogue and stuff like that. But I do hope that you were able to get through the game with basically no problems at all. And I do hope that this guide helped. Please let me know in the comments section if it did. Let's just have a look. Ooh, oh my God! Look at them eyeballs, bro. Look at them damn eyeballs. That looks funny. Anyway, so once you have completed, in fact, you know what? This is the point of the game where my recording came back to life. Literally at the very end, when we're just about to do the final waterfall. So you can imagine my happiness with it all. So anyway, once you have finally done this, then Principal will just appear out there, so you'll have a conversation with Principal, you'll have an ending cutscene, the final achievement will unlock, and that will be the end of the game. So 1000xRESIST, done out of done. Lol. 1000xRESIST done, and 1000 out of 1000 is what I was trying to say. So again, I really hope this guide helped. Thank you so much for watching, guys and gals. Again, you are kings and queens of the highest order. Love you to death, guys. But I shall see you in the next Game Pass game, guys, goods, then, guys and gals. I'm going to bed. Good night. Big love.